The Syrian war has killed hundreds of thousands of people and driven around half of the population from their homes. Children have borne much of the cost. UNICEF says it verified over 1,100 child deaths from fighting last year, but it says the real number is probably much higher. This month marks the 8th anniversary of the protests and violence that escalated into the war that tore the nation apart. With Islamic State militants on the verge of losing their last stronghold, thousands of people have streamed out of the besieged enclave at Baghouz. Most have gone to Al-Hol camp in northeastern Syria, which is now hosting some 65,000 people. The United Nations says it's gravely concerned over the conditions there and fears for the health of its residents. In eastern Ghouta, retaken by government forces from militants last year, the recovery still faces a long road ahead. Many inhabitants have lost neighbors, friends, or relatives as the population scattered through years of conflict. Rubble still clogs many streets, and water and electricity supplies are only partial.
Suddenly everything changed. What happened changed everything. I do not wish that it happens again. There is no comparison. We did not know if we could stay alive or die. Everything was bad. We could die any minute.
The war has set Syria's economy back by an estimated 3 decades. The country is also gripped by a fuel crisis that has seen price hikes and long lines for cooking gas as the United States cuts off supplies to most of Syria. President Bashar al-Assad has accused the West of waging an economic war. But despite all the difficulties, the UN's refugee agency is predicting that 250,000 people will return home this year. Long lines are now the daily norm at Jordan's newly reopened Jaber border crossing as Syrian refugees pile up their belongings and head back. Mark Fontes, CGTN.